This video is going to explain how to complete day 1 of the Phases of the Harlem Renaissance project. It's really important that you understand how to complete this project because it is a big portion of your grade. It is a 2-day project. Today you are going to do the research and answer questions, and tomorrow you'll put that information into a presentation format. So this is the first day of your assignment. This is what your lesson looks like. So you are going to explore the collaborations of artists and supporters of the Harlem Renaissance. What should you complete for this lesson? First, you'll watch this video explaining how to complete the activity. Step 2 is to open up the project directions, which are linked right here. Phases of the Harlem Renaissance Project 2017. Step 3 is going to be to explore the Harlem Renaissance Interactive, which I'll show you in a moment. And step 4 is to answer the 4 questions about one of the phases of the Harlem Renaissance in the Google form here. I've also linked the rubric onto this lesson so you know exactly what's expected out of you for this project. So let's take a look at the directions. Here they are. So in this project, again, you're going to learn about and present information about one person who played an important role in the Harlem Renaissance. And in order to do that, you're going to answer the questions who, what, where, when, and why. So who? You are going to look at either an artist, a musician, an actor, dancer, writer, supporter, or activist of the Harlem Renaissance. What are you going to be doing? So using the Harlem Renaissance Interactive, which is linked there, and it's linked in the Google form as well. You're going to research one of the faces of the Harlem Renaissance. You're going to choose one of the presentation formats that's listed below to show that you understand the role that the person had in the Harlem Renaissance. So you're going to choose one person, can either be an artist, musician, actor, dancer, writer, or supporter and activist that is listed on the website. And you will click on their picture and study the information that is provided, and you will use that information to answer the questions listed in that Google form. And the Google form is linked right here to the project directions as well. You'll need at least one to add in information from at least one of the intersections listed on the right side of the page as well to show how that person affected the Harlem Renaissance. And we'll talk about that more in just a second. So the website is linked there again. When it comes to day 2 of your project, you're going to use the information that you gathered today to present the information in one of these different types of presentation formats. You can either do a screencastify, which is sort of like what I'm doing now, where you can give an oral presentation so you can talk while capturing what's on your screen. And you can combine this with any other kind of presentation, Google Slides, if you want to put the information into Google Slides and then speak about the information that's on your screen, PictoChart, anything that you would like. You can do that with Screencastify. You can use PictoChart, which we have used earlier in the year, to create a poster, an infographic, or a presentation. I've linked PictoChart to the document here. You can do a Prezi, which is also linked to the document, and that's a different type of presentation site. You could use Google Sites to make a website about the person you choose. And you can use Voqru, which we've also used this year, where you can make an oral presentation on the person of your choosing. You have to include all of the requirements that are listed below and on the rubric as well in your oral presentation if you choose to do Voqru. If you have another website or another kind of presentation that you would like to use instead, you need to get in touch with me beforehand, before you get started, to get permission. I don't want you to just do a Google Slides presentation without first talking to me, or use a different kind of presentation format before you let me know so that I can approve that ahead of time. So you have 2 days to complete this project. The information portion is due today, and the project is due tomorrow on day 2. Why are you completing this project? So you are going to show me that you have mastered the standard, compare and evaluate the role of groups and individuals played in the social, political, cultural, and economic development of the United States. That's a requirement for this course, and so you're going to show me that you understand that and you have mastered that standard. The project rubric is linked right here. It's also on your lesson for today. So you can click on that and see what is expected of you here. So you'll see you have to add in background information, their contribution to culture, collaborative relationship, writing conventions is going to be graded, and presentation will be graded as well. If you score excellent in all of those areas, you'll get all the points. So use this as kind of a guideline here, this 5-point range, into what should be in your project. Coming back to the directions page, if you scroll down a little bit more, there are the important links. So again, is linked there the Harlem Renaissance website and the presentation questions as well. There's that Google form. And then the presentation tools. So Screencastify, PictoChart, Prezi, Google Sites, and Vocru are linked on there as well. So that's the directions page. Coming back to the lesson page, you'll see the next link here is the actual project questions. So this is a Google form you'll use to answer these questions. You can first choose who you want to study. So are you interested in studying an artist, a musician, an actor, dancer, writer, or supporter, an activist? So say I want to study a dancer. I would choose dancer and then click next. And then here are all of the different dancers that are highlighted on this Harlem Renaissance website. So I would like to learn more about Earl Tucker. So I would choose Earl Tucker. There's his picture there. And then I'll click next. And it takes me right to the page on Earl Tucker. So the first thing I'll do is go to click on the link above to learn more about Earl Tucker. And it takes me to this Harlem Renaissance website here. And this is Earl Tucker's page. So I would read the information here on Earl Tucker. Under the multimedia, especially if it is, if I chose an artist or a musician, there will be some sort of multimedia there that I could watch or I could listen to learn some more about the person. So you'd want to do that. And the really important part is over here as well, in this intersections on the right hand side of the page here. Now this is going to tell me what contribution this person made and how they kind of interacted with other people during the Renaissance. So I'm going to want to pay specific attention over here. That's going to be one of the questions I need to answer. So where did this person come from? After I read this page, I should be able to answer that question. What did the person do? What did they contribute to culture? Using the intersection section of the website, explain one collaborative relationship this person was in. So I would describe one of these relationships here. So maybe I would talk about how he appeared in the film Symphony in Black with Duke Ellington. And then what lasting impact did this person have on our culture today? After I answered all of those questions, I would click submit there, and it will send me a copy of my answers to my email address. That's going to be important because tomorrow you're going to use the information that you researched today in your project. So having those answers is going to be really important. So make sure that you click submit and that you check your email to see where the answers that you have so that you can use those tomorrow. Again, the rubric is linked to the bottom of the lesson. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. Do not write, leave any blank or write I don't know as any of the answers, because again, tomorrow you are going to use these answers that you've submitted today to put it into your project. If you have any questions, please let me know. good luck and have fun with your research.